Hello students, in today's class, let us learn about the working of GPS. GPS stands for Global Positioning System. We all are using GPS in our smartphones, sometimes in our cars, or in other devices which can actually tell us about location and time. GPS is a satellite-based radio navigation system that was developed by US Department of Defense, and the GPS is controlled by the US government. GPS provides users with position, navigation and timing. Suppose you are moving in a car, then the GPS will tell you the direction to be followed. It will help you to navigate, and it will also tell you the exact location where you are standing and the time at that exact location. Now, what is GPS? GPS actually consists of a constellation of 27 Earth orbiting satellites. So, as you can see, surrounding the Earth, around 27 satellites are orbiting, and these satellites flying through the sky continuously sends out radio signals towards the Earth. Different receivers and devices catch these radio waves from these satellites, and from these signals, the position on the Earth, the devices on the Earth can actually know about its position, direction or navigation, and also about the time. And the satellites are constantly moving with a velocity of approximately 2.6 km per second, which is a very high velocity, because only then the satellites can actually stand up in the sky. Now, a brief history about this GPS system. It was completely established by June 1993, and this is also referred to as Navstar satellites. Each of the satellites that composes this GPS system has certain specifications. For example, it weighs approximately 1 ton, and the width of this satellite is approximately 5 meters. So, as you know, satellites are powered by solar panels, and on either side of the satellite we have solar panels attached, and the total length is approximately 5 meters in the case of GPS satellites. The transmitted power is approximately 50 watt or 50 joules per second, and each satellite transmits on 3 frequencies. For the civilian GPS, we use the frequency L1, which is equal to 1575.42 megahertz. So, in the megahertz range, we use the frequency in order for satellite communication. The lifespan of each of the satellite is 10 years. So, during this period from 1993 onwards, certain replacements of satellites have taken place. We sent out new satellites to replace the old one, and the old one will be converted to space debris. And the satellite orbit at a height of around 17,700 km from the surface of the Earth. And they also carry cesium and rubidium atomic clocks to know the exact time. These satellites are placed roughly between 60 degree north and 60 degree south latitudes, approximately near to the equator. They roam around the sky. And as you can see, the basic mechanism is, at a time, anyone on the Earth, any position on the Earth will be able to locate multiple satellites, because there are 27 on the sky, and minimum you will be able to see 3 satellites on the sky. And you can receive signals from these 3 satellites. Any receiver, any ground station or a particular receiver will be receiving signals from the satellites, and these signals will be solved or analyzed in order to understand different data like location, time and the direction. Now, when we analyze about the GPS signal that we receive from any satellite, as we have already mentioned, these are radio waves, and they have a frequency of around megahertz, 1000 megahertz frequency, and these signals actually contain 3 parts. One is a pseudo random code, So that is the first part, and it is used to identify which satellite is transmitting the signal. So as I mentioned, each of the receiver will be able to locate more than one satellite on the sky, and this pseudo-random code associated with a GPS signal actually correspond to an ID code of the satellite. So when we receive that signal, this code will tell you which satellite is actually sending out the data. Then the second part is ephemeris, and this contains important information such as the status of the satellite. Its location, time, etc. are contained in this part of GPS signal. Now the third part is almanac data, and this tells the GPS receiver where each GPS satellite should be at any time throughout the day. So it will give you an idea about the location of different satellites along the sky. So with these three data, the receiver will be able to identify the location, data, and the exact satellite which is sending out the data and so on. So in a way, this signal that is coming from the satellite, GPS signal, actually is trying to tell the receiver, I am satellite X, my position is currently Y, and the message is sent at time Z and so on. So it completely identifies the satellite, its location, and its specific ID code, etc. So this is the basic mechanism. The receiver here is receiving signal from the different GPS satellite. These GPS signals are being analyzed by the receiver, and from that he will be able to locate himself. Now what is the working of this GPS? Each of the GPS satellite broadcasts radio signals providing relevant information such as location, time, the status of the GPS satellite, and so on. And these signals travel through the space at the speed of light, which is approximately c in air. A GPS device receives these radio signals and calculates its distance from each of the satellite. For that we have the equation d equal to c into t. Distance is equal to velocity into time. So if we know t and c from the satellite signal, he can analyze his distance towards this particular satellite. And once a GPS device knows its distance from at least 3 satellites, it can locate the position on Earth. Because if he happens to know the distance towards only one satellite, then that distance can be in any direction, right? It can be like this, or the same distance can be drawn like this. But if we know D1, D2 and D3 from 3 different satellites, then you can know your exact location. Suppose this is D1, this is D2 and this is D3. Then these two distances will exactly locate to a single position on Earth, and that way you can know about your position. So this is the working that we have in a GPS system. We are receiving signals from different satellites, and signals from at least 3 different satellites can confirm us our position, time and so on. Now apart from this GPS system by US, we have other global positioning systems developed by other countries. For example, GLONASS by Russia, Galileo by European Union, BeiDou by China, BEIDOU by China, and IRNSS by India. So IRNSS is India's answer to the GPS system. It is the independent regional navigation satellite system that is developed by India. It is officially called NAVIC. NAVIC stands for Navigation with Indian Constellation. We have 7 satellites that are distributed across the sky that are sending out signals to different locations, which actually helps us to locate any place just like the GPS system. So that is about the working of the GPS and basic principles of GPS. I hope this portion is clear for you. Thank you.